Okay, so little disclaimer before today's video starts. It's a little bit choppy, which is ironic because we did go on the water, but I mean more in a sense that all the locations that I went to, we were with family, so it was really difficult to kind of pull the camera out and talk, so I did it as much as I could. In some scenes I have to do voiceovers and I just shot a load of B-roll. Because as bad as the filmmaking was, I didn't just want to turf out the image because the image came first when I was on location. So I shot as much B-roll as I could. I tried to salvage it with a bit of voiceover, but yeah. This video is a bit choppy. I've got one more video in the works which will wrap up the whole New Zealand trip as I am packing to leave now. So yeah, stay tuned for the next video and enjoy this one. I forgot how difficult it is to get up for a sunrise and then actually get out my camera and talk it through. So as you just saw, we've travelled from where I was staying in the North Island by Taupo down to Kaikoura in the South Island. We're staying on a family friend's farm, and the minute we got here I checked the weather last night. It was about 10 PM and it said clear skies for the morning. Even though I'd been sitting in a long car all day, I had to get up for sunrise. So not a massive shoot today, but as I got outside, I saw these mountains in the distance, and bearing in mind where we are, it's just 360 degrees mountains. So although there are a lot of snow-peaked mountains, there was one that was sitting there on its own. So I got out the 200 lens and I zoomed all the way in. The pre-sunrise pink glow was happening just behind it, so I managed to get out just before then. My exposure for this was about 0.6 seconds, f11 and ISO 100, and then no filters except my polarizer, which was used just to darken the sky slightly. And yeah, although it's very early in the morning, I really did like that image. Currently I'm in a second image in the works at the moment. I'm not entirely sure how it's going to work out because we've got such lovely views at the moment, especially this one right here. I tried not to just zoom all the way in and exclude any foreground interest. So there are these really lovely yellow trees at the moment. So I decided to include that in my landscape. So I shot vertically and I framed the snow-capped mountain in the centre, and then I'm sitting at about 100 mil, including these trees in the foreground. Although I'm not entirely awake, I'm pretty sure that I am getting good images. After my second and final image, I decided to call it a morning, spending the rest of the day editing and location scouting for the days to come. Although I did manage to grab a quick image that evening, being a vertical composition using the trail of light hitting the mountain as a leading line, 125th of a second, f11, ISO 100, a quick snap that I was very happy with. The next day we ventured into the heart of Kaikoura where we went whale watching. Although it felt like a sport racing all the other photographers to get a good position, it was really fun. Definitely stepped out my comfort zone with this one, and I did get a great iconic tail shot and pretty much summed up the whole experience. Safe to say, I have absolutely no clue where we are, but we've just driven up the side of a mountain and look at that view. Absolutely stunning. I've got to be quick because I've got low battery and I managed to charge it a little bit from this morning's run after it died on me. So basically, got up to this shepherd's hut in the mountain where we've stopped for some lunch, and I've just run up to the top of this hill and I'm looking out. So I've got some trees in the foreground and it's leading me off into this other hill which is caught by the light in the background, which leads you onto the snow-capped mountains behind that, and it's absolutely beautiful. From this viewpoint you can see all of it. I've put a 10 stop in and I've put a 3 stop in, which has given me 13 stops because I don't have one of the super big leaf filters, along with a 0.9 hard edge graduated filter. Because it's midday and there's no sort of light going on at the moment, I'm going to do a super long exposure. I think it's going to be about 5 minutes long, black and white, super fine art, just absolutely beautiful.